Hi everybody, Sony have just updated the PlayStation blog with an interesting article on backward compatibility from PS5 to PS4. So what PS4 games you can play on your PS5, kind of your top questions answered. So let's dive in and see what they've got to say. There she is. When the PlayStation 5 launches this November, more than 99% of the 4,000 plus games available on PS4 will be playable on PS5. We know you have questions about how PS4 games will work on PS5, so here is a quick overview on some common questions we've seen from the PlayStation community. What console generation games are supported with PS5's backward compatibility feature? We are focused on the huge catalogue of games on PlayStation 4, and we're pleased that more than 99% of PS4 games will be playable on PS5 on day one. This includes games that have defined the PS4 generation, from critically acclaimed PlayStation exclusives like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima to blockbuster hits from our third-party partners. What is the difference between playing PS4 games on the PS5 Digital Edition console versus the PS5 console with the Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive? The gaming experience on both models will be the same. However, how you access the content to play will differ. On the PS5 Digital Edition, you will be able to play digital versions of your compatible PS4 games on the PS5 Digital Edition console. These will be compatible PS4 digital games you have already purchased or plan to purchase via PlayStation Store on PS4, PS5 web or PlayStation mobile app. Since there is no disc drive, you won't be able to play your PS4 disc-based games on the PS5 Digital Edition. And that's not too bad, is it? I haven't got that many PS4 digital games. In fact, looking at mine, I've probably only got about 6 discs. What have I got? I have got Titanfall 2, Black Ops 3, Overwatch, Mirror's Edge, Call of Duty Ghosts, Star Wars Battlefront 1, The Phantom Menace, Elder Scrolls Something Online, Resident Evil 7, Skyrim Special Edition, and Destiny. And Farpoint, the 3D. The PSVR. So actually there's another one. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So I've got a few then. So I've probably got about 10 games that I've got on discs. So if I had the digital edition, I wouldn't be able to put those into the disc drive and then play them. However, one thing's for sure, all of these games are pretty old now, and they all go pretty cheap in the PlayStation Store sales. So if I ever wanted to play one of them, I guess probably Resident Evil 7, I wouldn't mind playing that. And I still haven't played the Phantom Pain yet, Metal Gear Solid. So, I guess, the Mirror's Edge, they're generally available for less than a tenner, aren't they, these games? So it's not the end of the world. If you get the PS5 with the Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive, you can play digital versions of your compatible PS4 games you downloaded from PlayStation Store on PS4, PS5 web or PlayStation mobile app, as you'd assume. But you can also use physical PS4 game discs. So this will work the same way that the Xbox system works, where you put the PS4 disc in, and then it'll look at it and go, right, brilliant, and then it'll download probably a different version of it, like it does with Xbox when you put an Xbox 360 disc into an Xbox One. When you sign into PS5 with your account for PlayStation Network, you will automatically see your library of played PS4 content through the menu. So yeah, all the majority of my game purchases are digital. Be sure to keep the PS5 console updated to the latest system software update available and apply all available game patches to the game. What is the PS4 game experience like on PlayStation 5? PlayStation 4 titles get even better on PlayStation 5. Select PS4 titles will see increased loading speeds on the PS5 console and will also leverage Game Boost, offering improved or more stable frame rates. Some titles with unlocked frame rates or dynamic resolution up to 4K may see higher fidelity. Additionally, PS4 games will also take advantage of some of PS5's new UX features, but more to come on that later. Hopefully it means that, say for example me, where I've got an ordinary PS4, if I play a game, say like Warzone or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, you'll if you're playing that version of it, you'll get the PS4 Pro version, hopefully, won't you? At least playing on the PlayStation 5. Are games from PlayStation VR backward compatible? Yes, PlayStation VR games are included among the thousands of PS4 games that are playable on PS5. Please note that playing PSVR games on a PS5 console requires a PSVR headset, the DualShock 4 wireless controller or PlayStation Move controllers, and a PS camera, which are sold separately for the PS5. Also, the PS5 HD camera is not compatible with PSVR on PS5. You'll need to use the PS camera for PS4 and the PS camera adapter. No purchase required. Alright, so the PS camera adapter must come with the PlayStation 5 to use PSVR on PS5. No mention of the aim controller there. Must be compatible though. It's got to be, isn't it? What about PlayStation 4 games on PS Now and PS Plus? Backwards compatible PS4 games included in PS Plus or PS Now will run on PS5. I mean, what that means is that you will be playing PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3 games on your PlayStation 5 through PlayStation Now, which is their streaming service. Obviously you have to pay for. Can I stream PS4 games on PS5? Yes. Remote play from PS4 to PS5 and PS Now streaming are supported. The benefit of streaming is that you can save your storage space on your PlayStation 5. Please note that PlayStation 4 games will not leverage PS5's game booth through streaming. Now, you may poo-poo streaming. I used to, and think it wasn't that great. But I tell you what, I play an awful lot. Well, I play several high-end PC games via streaming to my old laptop using the GeForce Now service, and it is fine. I wouldn't want to do it for Twitch shooters like Call of Duty or Battlefield or things like that, but for single player campaigns, for adventure games, for games like DayZ, for puzzle games, things like Iron Harvest, RTSs, Sudden Strike, that sort of thing. It is fine and it works fine. So it's definitely, if they've got PlayStation Now working as good as GeForce Now, it is definitely a really good option. The big problem is often price, isn't it? Because they haven't announced that we're going to be paying for PlayStation Plus, to play online, and then if you want to pay for PlayStation Now as well, you're starting to get up to like $20 a month, aren't you? How do PS4 game transfers and game saves work between the two consoles? You can transfer digital games, game data and game saves from a PS4 console to a PS5 console using LAN cables or by connecting wirelessly. If you've already stored PS4 games and game data in the external USB storage device connected to your PS4, you can bring them over to PS5 with that external USB storage device. And if you're a PS Plus member, you can also sync PS4 games on PS5 through cloud storage, which is probably the best way to do your game saves, I would have thought. Please note that the ability to transfer game saves between a PS4 version and a PS5 version of the save game is a developer decision and will vary by title for cross-generational games. So that would be like, say, for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. It's about the fact that you've got your character leveled up on the PlayStation 4. Will it level up on PlayStation 5? Well, in that case it will, but in other versions of games it might not. For Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, when players decide to upgrade from PS4 to PS5, their game saves will transfer. Sackboy: A Big Adventure also will support game transfers from PS4 to PS5 in an update that will be delivered shortly after the release of the game. We will share additional details on both games closer to launch. How will I know which PS4 games aren't playable? Games that are only playable on PS4 will be noted on the PlayStation Store as playable on PS4 only. We have a list of games that are only playable on PS4 along with additional information on backwards compatibility here. There we go. So let's go and have a look at that. Okay, here we go. So they talk about PlayStation. They talk about controllers first. The DualSense wireless controller, DualShock 4 wireless controller, and PlayStation officially launched as third-party gamepad controllers will work on the PlayStation 5 with supported PlayStation 4 games. Specialty peripherals such as officially licensed racing wheels, arcade sticks, and flight sticks will work with PS5 games and supported PS4 games. Both the Move controller and the PlayStation VR aim controller will work with supported PSVR games on PS5 consoles. Oh, that's good. So the aim controller, which I bought that long ago, is still compatible. For the best experience, use a DualShock 4 wireless controller when playing PS4 games and PSVR games on a PS5 console. PS5 games are not compatible with the DualShock 4 wireless controller. To adjust the strength of controller vibration on PS5 consoles, go to Settings, Accessories, blah blah blah. The Platinum and Gold wireless headsets, as well as third-party headsets that can connect via USB port or audio jack, will work on the PS5 consoles. The headset companion app is not compatible with PS5 consoles. We were going to talk about games, weren't we? Here we go. Let's go back because I haven't got that up. It's a really short list, the ones that don't work, okay? So far it is anyway. Here we go. PS4 only games. So this is it. DWVR, whichever that is, Afro Samurai 2, TT Isle of Man, Ride on the Edge, Just Deal With It, Shadow Complex, Robinson the Journey, We Sing, Hitman Go, Definitive Edition. That's not anything to do with the third person one. Shadwen and Joe's Diner. That's a pretty small list of games that won't work on the PlayStation 5. I've got none of those. So we were talking about PlayStation 5 backwards compatibility limitations. So what this is basically, it tells you can't use the share button. The share button menu cannot be displayed using PS4 gameplay on PS5 consoles. You can take screenshots and images by pressing the create button on your DualSense wireless controller to show the create menu. Additionally, you can use the button shortcuts to start stop video recording. So instead of pressing, because the share button doesn't pop up, you've got to use the quick keys, so single press or share button to show the create menu. Okay, so the create menu now pops up. Press and hold the create or share to take a screenshot, double tap to start or stop a video recording, which is what we do at the moment. Again, the HD camera is not compatible with PS4 games, but your PlayStation camera already is. There we go. So that's pretty good, isn't it? No news on Share Factory yet, whether they're going to do that app or not, but that's some great news on backwards compatibility for PlayStation 4 games. Basically, for myself, depending on if I get the digital version or the one with the disc drive, obviously if I get the digital only version, I can't play my disc games. I'd have to think about buying them when and if I wanted to play them. But one thing I would say about backwards compatibility, and especially making a big hoo-ha about it, especially Xbox do, and don't get me wrong, it's great to have backwards compatibility, but you won't be playing older games very often. Honestly, you won't be. You'll be playing the new games because that's why you've bought a new console, and you'll be playing the new versions of games as well. So, for example, with games like PUBG or DayZ, these games that go on forever, you'll be playing the new versions. And I found this with the Xbox. I've got my son, when he gave me his Xbox, gave me dozens and dozens and dozens of discs. I've played hardly any of them, even though they're on backwards compatibility. So people make a song and dance about backwards compatibility. It's not really that important because you're buying the console to play the new games. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully that's useful. I'll put the links in the description below the YouTube video. If you've enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And I will see you again soon.